Hi everyone, it's Jen. If you're watching this with one eye open while holding a sleeping baby, I see you. I've been there both as a nurse practitioner and as a mom who once fell asleep standing up at the changing table. Yes, that actually happened. Today we're talking about postpartum sleep deprivation. But here's the twist. We're approaching it from a biohacking perspective. Now, before you get thinking ice baths, fancy gadgets, let me be clear. We're keeping this safe, evidence based, and actually doable when you're running on 2 hours of broken sleep. So let's dive in. First, let's acknowledge what we're dealing with. Postpartum sleep deprivation isn't just being tired. Research shows new parents lose an average of 44 days of sleep in the first year. That's not a typo. Your brain on severe sleep deprivation literally functions to some similarly to being legally intoxicated. We're talking impaired decision making, slower reaction times, and emotional dysregulation. Add postpartum hormones to that, and it's no wonder you're struggling. But here's what I want you to hear. You cannot fix newborn sleep in the fourth trimester. Your baby's sleep patterns are developmentally normal, even when they're absolutely brutal. So we're not biohacking your baby. We're biohacking you to survive and function better within this new reality. Let's start with the circadian rhythm. Your circadian rhythm, your internal 24-hour clock, is completely disrupted postpartum, but we can work with your biology instead of against it. Get that morning light exposure. Your secret weapon is to open the drapes and within 30 minutes of waking, get outside or sit by a beautiful bright window for 15 minutes. No sunglasses. This tells your brain it's daytime and helps anchor your circadian rhythm. Even on cloudy days, outdoor light is exponentially better and brighter than indoor lighting. One study found that postpartum women who got regular morning light exposure had significantly better mood scores and less fatigue. When you're doing that early morning feed, crack open the curtains or step outside. Next is strategic darkness. In the evening, dim the lights. When you're doing night feeds, use red or amber lights only. They don't suppress melatonin the way blue and white lights do. You can get the clip-on reading lights for under $10. This helps preserve whatever sleep drive you have left. And here's the controversial one. Don't hide from all light during night feedings. A small study suggests that mothers who use dim lighting during night feeds had faster postpartum recovery than those in complete darkness, possibly because total darkness can increase feelings of isolation, and we don't want that. Let's talk about your sleep architecture. You can't get 8 hours, so let's make the sleep that you do get count more. Temperature regulation. Your core body temperature needs to drop for quality sleep. Keep your room between 60 and 67 degrees. I know that sounds cold, but it is evidence based. And if that's not possible, try cooling your pillow or using breathable sheets. The 90-minute rule. Sleep happens in 90-minute cycles. If you can, try to sleep in multiples of 90 minutes when possible. Even one complete cycle gives you some restorative deep sleep and REM. A single 90-minute nap can be more restorative than two 45-minute naps, so do your best. Sleep when baby sleeps, strategically. I know you've heard it, it's common out there, but here's the biohack. Don't nap late in the day. If your baby naps at 4 p.m. and you're exhausted, resist it. It'll make nighttime sleep that much worse. Instead, prioritize the first morning nap or early afternoon. Let's talk about nutrition. What you eat directly impacts your sleep quality and daytime functioning. You need some magnesium glycinate. Have 200 to 400 milligrams before bed. Magnesium supports your GABA production, your calming neurotransmitter. Glycinate is the form that's best absorbed and least likely to cause digestive issues. It's generally safe while breastfeeding, but check with your provider first. I want you to get some omega fatty acids, especially DHA. There's emerging evidence that adequate omega-3 intake postpartum supports both mood and sleep quality. So I want you to aim for 300 milligrams DHA daily, fatty fish twice a week, or quality supplement. Let's talk protein. This is huge and underutilized. Eating protein within an hour of waking helps to stabilize your blood sugar and supports the neurotransmitter production throughout the day. This means better energy regulation and better sleep drive at night. Greek yogurt, eggs, nut butter, make it easy. What I want you to avoid: caffeine after 2 p.m. I know that afternoon coffee feels necessary, but it has a half life of 5 to 6 hours, and that 3 p.m. latte is still 50% active at 9 p.m. Switch to decaf or herbal tea. Let's talk your nervous system. Your sympathetic nervous system, your fight or flight response, is chronically activated when you're postpartum. We need to give your parasympathetic nervous system some airtime. Try box breathing. 4 counts in, hold, 4 out, hold, 4 in, hold. Do this for just 2 minutes before bed or during a night wake. One study showed this pattern significantly increased heart rate variability, which is a marker of nervous system resilience. Psychological sigh. This is powerful. 2 quick inhales through your nose, then a long exhale through your mouth. Research from Stanford shows this is the fastest way to reduce real-time stress. Do it when you hear your baby cry at 2 a.m. and your heart starts racing. Then there's progressive muscle relaxation. Tense and release your muscle groups from your toes to your head. This takes about 5 minutes and can significantly improve sleep onset, even in high stress situations. It brings body awareness. All right, let's talk about what to avoid. Vigorous evening exercise. Moderate movement is great. Take a walk after you're feeding, but intense workouts within 3 hours of bed can interfere with sleep onset. Alcohol. I know a glass of wine seems relaxing, but alcohol fragments sleep architecture and reduces the REM sleep, which is exactly what you can't afford to lose. The partnership between you and your partner. So split your shifts. Research shows that parents who do defined sleep shifts, like one person handles 9 p.m. to 2 a.m., the other from 2 a.m. to 7 a.m., get better sleep quality than both people responding to every wake. Protect one person's sleep completely, at least a few nights a week. That person goes to a different room with earplugs. Quality sleep for one parent is better for the whole family system than poor sleep for both. Then communicate your non negotiables. Maybe it's morning light exposure or your magnesium routine. Tell your partner these are medical interventions, not luxuries. Look, I'm not going to tell you that these strategies will make you feel well rested. The postpartum period is psychologically and physiologically brutal. There is no biohack that erases that reality. But these evidence based approaches can help you function better, feel slightly more human, and protect your mental health during this intensive season. You're doing an incredible job. Your baby doesn't need a perfect parent, they need one who's doing their best with the resources that they have. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.